Upland has dropped its second developer update here, and it's a doozy. So we're going to go over it today. Again, we're going to take a 10,000 foot view here. So if you want to go over it in detail, make sure you head over to the news channel inside of Upland and read through this thoroughly. Now, these developer updates are regular updates that will be coming from Upland on a more regular basis, just explaining on the developer side, hey, what are the developers working on in Upland behind the scenes? And in today's update, we got some big ones. First up is residents. We've talked a lot about residents here in Upland. Residents are coming, and as we get closer to them coming, we're going to start showing off some of the algorithm that is currently running in the background. So we're testing it right now. We're seeing, hey, what are neighborhoods being rated? Where are the residents going? Where are they migrating to? And we're going to start sharing some of that data in weekly drops starting next week. So stay tuned. You're going to see some of that data, some of the behind the scenes on the data. It all is in beta, keep in mind. So that data is going to change. That data is not going to be representative of something that's final when it drops in app. Just giving you an idea what type of data is going in and what is it spitting out here as we get closer to residents coming into Upland. Hopefully this helps you guys start to understand how residents are going to affect things like influence, your engagement, how neighborhoods are competing against each other. And I think it represents an opportunity for players to start preparing or to continue preparing and strategizing around all things residents, resident score, influence score, etc. So get ready for that. Next up in the developer update, we did talk a lot about Sparklet utility. We have seen in Upland that Sparklet demand has gone up since service structures have dropped, since the news of uppies have dropped, since the residents and resident score has dropped and is coming to Upland. We previously announced that with life coming in Upland, it's going to be the first time that Sparklet will be able to be spent in game. So it's very, very exciting. And this is where Sparklet utility really gets real inside of Upland. Yes, Sparklet utility is there. You use it to build structures. You use it to develop and create things as well. But it's going to be tied directly to different gameplay loops, which further creates demand for Sparklet. So let me give you some use cases here that we actually dropped in this update. You can see first up, we did mention this before, that's generating seeds for the upcoming life feature. Now life is going to drop here within Q4 of Upland. So get ready. It's very exciting. And players will need to spend Sparklet in order to generate seeds for them to then go use those seeds on their properties and really start to populate Upland with life. Next gameplay loop is going to be the merging of uppies. So we've previously announced that you will be able to discover uppies in Upland. You'll be able to collect those uppies, and then you're going to be able to merge uppies in order to level them up. So 2 level 1 uppies, you're going to be able to merge to then turn into a level 2 uppie. Now, the upgrading or the merging of those uppies is going to cost Sparklet to spend. Again, another gameplay loop, another instance of Sparklet demand in-game, Sparklet utility in-game. And last but not least here that we described in this developer update is the introduction of living unit blueprints. They're finally coming. And it's very exciting. Now, these are living unit blueprints. So players will be able to create structures. For those that don't know what blueprints are player created structures that you're going to be able to buy from those players, and then take those unique structures and build them on your properties with blueprints. I think this is a huge boost for the creator economy, obviously, but in order to create those blueprints, creators are going to have to spend Sparklet, rather, I almost said Upix. They're going to have to spend Sparklet in order to create those living unit blueprints. Again, this is a strict Sparklet has utility. I think this reinforces Sparklet as a utility token inside of Upland, and ultimately, it's a huge strategic resource in Upland. So, for everybody that has been looking for Sparklet and further Sparklet utility, it is coming. It's coming into the form of gameplay loops, and these are some of those gameplay loops there. Last but not least, and in perhaps some of the most exciting news here that we were able to reveal that developers are working on behind the scenes is functionality with neighborhood mayors. Now, we are running a test with mayors rather at the moment, and we're getting ready to we'll have some more news on that shortly, where mayors will be testing out a feature of developing on parks. Developing parks as this like communal property that exists within cities. This is going to help us further develop mayor accounts in the future, see what works, what doesn't work. But what we are working on with mayor accounts in the background is allowing neighborhood mayors to develop properties, to build structures on abandoned properties. Now, what is an abandoned property? An abandoned property will be a property that in which a player has not logged into Upland or participated in Upland for a specific period of time, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. I don't know what that time period is, but there will be a set time period for that. That presents a real problem for us, especially with residents. With true ownership, we can't just take the property away. How do we handle that? We think this is a good solution with neighborhood mayors. So you as a neighborhood will be able to elect one day a neighborhood mayor, and that neighborhood mayor will have the ability to build structures on these abandoned properties. And working with the community, they'll be able to, hey, this is where we're going to build up. We're going to build up this street, these underdeveloped or undeveloped properties. Come stake Spark here and work together as a community to build up the property, to give them a shot at residents. If this doesn't happen, there is some real downsides to older neighborhoods where sometimes players have stepped away and not been back for a while, and neighborhoods are stuck, like they're limited and capped at how many living units they have, how many service structures they can drop. This removes that. We think this balances community progression with the principle of true ownership. But obviously we're always looking for feedback. So on this one, make sure you head over to our Upland feedback board. There's a link here in the announcement to a specific post. Let us know what you think. Mayors are going to be a big part of the future. This idea of community leadership, community elections is a big part of our future here. And it's very exciting. All these features that we talked about in this developer update, they all tie back to property ownership and property development. All of them do. And I think that you can see that we're committed to that. I think that it's a very exciting time to be at Upland. I think these all build on a player-driven economy and an economy with real governance, with mayors and neighborhood mayors. And I think ultimately it encourages long-term engagement and strategic gameplay. Upland is entering this strategic phase that is very, very exciting. I think it's an exciting time to be a part of Upland, to be playing Upland. And it's exciting to see what the future holds. That's going to do us for today's video. I would love to know. Let me know. What is your favorite part of this developer update? What do you think about neighborhood mayors? Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Let us know your feedback over on our feedback board. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And until next time, we'll see you in Upland. Bye 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 bye.